All right, we're ready for Halloween. Halloween has officially started. You ready to head out in the town?
Are we ready, children? Are we ready, boys and girls?
I moved to San Francisco in 1991. I was in a theater troupe called the Sick and Twisted Players, and I started doing drag roles within that theater troupe. I was just one of those people who did drag every once in a while, like on Halloween or Gay Pride or whatever, but I began to do it more and more with this theater stuff. It was a night that nobody ever went. Like they had tried all these things out at the Stud that hadn't worked, and they asked me if I wanted to try something, and I thought it would last like the other clubs, you know, a couple months and then it would die out. Trannyshack took off, and the rest is history. I think it was a good thing that I didn't come from any background with rules. You know, there was no rules to Trannyshack, so that was kind of a great thing about it. I get a show of hands of anybody who does not know who the fuck Vanilla Ice is. First started doing Trannyshack, everything seemed very black and white to me, like with gender. But I have sex with men when I'm dressed up in drag, but I don't think I'm transgender. I think I'm a gay man who does drag to entertain people, hopefully. Some people might say I don't even do that. I've been wanting to do two things. Either retire and move away and never do drag again, or get my own venue. Because the frustrating part about doing it at somebody else's venue is that you go there and nothing is set up or ready for you, whereas if it's your own venue, you can tailor the stage, you can tailor the lights, you can tailor everything to how you need it.
Yeah.
Is it pretty?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
Now kiss.
Ew. Drag, it just appeals to a lot of people. It's a really old kind of entertainment. So I look at it very much as what I do for a living. So, you know, kids always ask me, so do you get dressed up to do the dishes and do your house? Like, no. You know, and I've definitely gone through phases with Heklina where I hate the character or I hate the person. Or I think most drag queens that do it full time, they eventually have an identity crisis where they start to wonder like who the real person is underneath it all. All anybody ever wants is Heklina. When I get invited somewhere, it's never as my boy person. It's always we want Heklina to come. 2013 was really the year where we spent a lot of time looking at different venues that kept falling through. And so I started to kind of give up any hope that it was going to happen. Then when I found out this place was happening, I was like, I don't want to hear about it until we've signed all the paperwork. You know what I mean? Then it'll be real for me. That just happened a couple of weeks ago, so now things are super real for me. I'm afraid of it being successful, and I'm afraid of it not being successful. I'm afraid of both. It is do or die.